To put 5 9/11 terror suspects on trial in New York City. They're calling it irresponsible. Well, Attorney General Eric Holder made the announcement this morning and added that he's going to seek the death penalty against Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the alleged mastermind of the 9/11 plot, and 4 alleged co-conspirators. Right now, they're being held at Guantanamo Bay Prison in Cuba, and Holder says it is time that the suspects were tried in the country where the crime was committed.
For the many Americans who lost friends and relatives in the attacks of September the 11th, 2001, and on the USS Cole, nothing can bring back those loved ones. But they deserve the opportunity to see the alleged plotters of those attacks held accountable in open court, an opportunity that has too long been delayed.
Holder says the 9/11 suspects will be tried at a courthouse just blocks away from Ground Zero. And for more now on all of this, I'm joined live by NBC News terrorism analyst Roger Cressy. All right, Roger, we hear some pretty heavy criticism from the Republican side today that this is irresponsible, that it endangers the safety and security of Americans. But we've tried terror suspects before in New York, haven't we?
No, Nora, that's absolutely right. And frankly, what they're saying is pretty stupid. I mean, it's appealing to the lowest common denominator, and it's appealing to the fear factor, which is irresponsible in their own right. New York,
and
in terms of
isn't it time, Roger, that the men who carried out and conspired on 9/11 finally be brought to justice?
Well, exactly right. And the debate, and this is a legitimate debate, do you try them in a military commission outside of the United States where the rules of the Constitution and the protection afforded to defendants aren't provided, or do you do what I believe is the right thing, try them inside the United States? And I think either way, the fact that we're finally moving towards some type of judicial conclusion is a good step.
And the concern out there, some people may say, well, what if one of these terrorists were acquitted? Pete Williams has pointed out that the Justice Department has a drawer full of charges to just go back and try these guys again. They are not going to walk free in the United States of America, right?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, if this process does not lead to a conviction, they will go through other charges. They will be tried yet again. They can still go to the military commission. Bottom line is these individuals will never be let free, will ultimately be prosecuted and convicted in one court or another, and will face the death penalty.
Roger, you've worked inside the White House. It is interesting, though, that this announcement by the Attorney General about these detainees from Gitmo, about them being brought to the United States to be tried, comes on the day that the president's top lawyer, White House counsel Greg Craig, is stepping down because of some infighting at the White House, but also because people blame him for announcing the close of Gitmo that hasn't happened. Do you think, though, that the announcement that they're going to try these first 4 suspects, though, is the beginning of the end of Gitmo?
I think so. I think the challenge, though, that the administration has discovered is there are so many political, policy, and legal issues regarding Gitmo that even making the right decision to announce they're going to close it doesn't mean they're going to be able to do it within that 1 year. I think you're going to see a process continue to unfold where they're going to have to put more people either in military commissions or through the U.S. legal system that ultimately will remove everybody from Gitmo. But it's going to take a lot longer than they initially hoped.
All right, Roger Cressy, as always, great to see you. Thanks so much.
You too, Nora.